You're holding the blade right now and you don't even realize it. It's cold, it's sharp, it's deadly. But the silence around it is deafening. The blade of revenge is sitting in your hand, waiting for you to strike. You've been cutting yourself, slowly, piece by piece. You've been sabotaging your own future, ignoring the fact that it's not the world against you. No, it's you against you. Every moment you spend in this useless, pathetic self-pity, you're sharpening that blade. You're crafting your own downfall, one excuse at a time. I'm not here to be nice, I'm not here to sugarcoat your failure. You think you're safe because you've convinced yourself that everything is fine, that you can wait, that you can afford to take it easy. But deep down, you know you're drowning in mediocrity. Every decision you avoid, every excuse you make, every person you blame, it's just you digging your own grave. You see, there's no excuse for weakness. There's no excuse for playing small. You think you can keep pretending that the life you're living is good enough? You think you can rest while the world burns? Newsflash. The world doesn't care. The world will eat you alive if you don't fight for what you deserve. It will tear you apart and laugh in your face while you cry about how unfair it is. But guess what? It's not unfair, you're just too weak to survive. Every time you let yourself be lazy, every time you put things off for tomorrow, every time you let the pain from the past keep you shackled to your failures, you're clutching that blade tighter. You're sinking into your own self-made trap, and when it finally cuts deep enough, you won't even see it coming. Because you'll be too busy pretending you're a victim of life, when in reality, you're just a coward too scared to step up. What's your excuse? Is it the people who doubted you? Is it the setbacks you faced, or is it just your own pathetic fear of failure? Do you really think life owes you something? That the world owes you success because you've suffered? No, the world doesn't owe you anything. No one owes you anything. If you want something, you take it. If you want to rise, you don't wait for permission. You don't sit around whining, hoping for a miracle. You make it happen. You create your own damn destiny. The truth is, you've been letting yourself rot. You've been watching your potential decay while you sit in the shadows, blaming everything else for your failure. And the longer you keep hiding, the worse it's going to get. The blade is getting closer to your throat with every excuse, with every moment you waste. This isn't some feel-good motivational fluff. This is the reality check you've been avoiding. If you don't wake up, if you don't stop playing games with your life, if you don't take responsibility for your own damn future, you're going to be sliced open by your own complacency. That's the truth. And if you're not ready for it, get the hell out. But if you're ready to fight, if you're ready to stop being a coward and take your place among the warriors of this world, then keep reading. The blade is in your hand. You've been holding it for too long. Now let's see if you have the guts to use it. Or will you keep stabbing yourself in the back while the world moves forward without you? The choice is yours. But know this. If you keep hiding behind your excuses, there's no one to blame when you bleed out. The war has already started and you're either going to fight or die. Your move. You've been lying to yourself for too long. The problem isn't the world. It isn't your circumstances. And it sure as hell isn't bad luck. The problem is that you've convinced yourself that you have time. You've told yourself that one day when the stars align, you'll finally do what you know you have to do. You've let the lie grow in your mind like a virus, infecting your decisions, your actions, and most of all, your potential. The truth? That lie is killing you slowly. Every day you keep repeating it, you die a little inside while the rest of the world moves on. You say, I'll do it tomorrow. But guess what? Tomorrow doesn't exist. It's just another name for never. There's no such thing as the right time. That moment when everything magically falls into place. It doesn't come. It's a myth. That perfect moment is nothing more than an illusion you keep chasing. And while you're chasing it, the world is leaving you behind. You want to wait for some external sign for life to give you a green light, but that's not how this works. Life doesn't give you permission. It doesn't give you a warning shot. It just takes. And when you're left holding nothing but the aftermath of your own inaction, don't blame anyone but yourself. You've convinced yourself that you need more time, more resources, more opportunities. You tell yourself that if you just had what someone else has, if you were given a little break, it'd be different. You're wrong. That's the lie. You've been watching others climb, others succeed, and yet you sit back with your excuses, thinking you'll get the same result if you just wait long enough. The only thing waiting does is rob you of your future. You're not missing out on opportunities, you're missing out on the only thing that matters, your will to fight. You're wasting your potential in a fantasy world where you believe you're somehow going to magically receive success without doing the work. Stop lying to yourself. There is no secret formula. There is no hidden trick. There is only blood, sweat, and relentless action. That's it. The people you envy, the ones who've reached what you want, they didn't sit around hoping things would change. They fought, they sacrificed, they paid the price. You think you're special, that somehow the rules don't apply to you, that you can somehow bypass the struggle, take shortcuts, and still get to the top. Wake up. The world doesn't owe you anything, and if you can't accept that reality, you're already lost. You've lied to yourself that you're working hard enough, but deep down you know you're not. You know you're half-assing it. You know you're making excuses for why you didn't give it your all today, why you decided that being comfortable was more important than crushing your goals. You don't need more time, you don't need more money, and you damn sure don't need more reasons to justify your laziness. What you need is the courage to face the cold, brutal truth. You're afraid, and that fear, it's paralyzing you. It's keeping you stuck in the same spot, never advancing, never growing, just waiting for something to change. But you're the one who has to change. It's not a mystery. It's not some cosmic riddle. The answer is right in front of you, staring you in the face, and it's the only thing that matters. You say, "I'll get to it later," but later never comes. You say, "I'll be ready soon," but you won't be ready until you act. You think you can push everything aside and eventually catch up, but you're just digging yourself into a deeper hole. You've been lying to yourself about how much time you really have. You've been lying to yourself about how much potential you've got left. It's time to face the truth. There's no perfect moment coming for you. There's no handout, no rescue coming from some outside force. The only thing you have is what's inside you. Your drive, your determination, your refusal to let fear win. That's it. That's what will make the difference. So, ask yourself this. How much longer are you going to let this lie control you? How much longer are you going to waste your life in a haze of self-deception? You're not waiting for the right time. You're waiting for a sign to quit. That's what you're really doing. You're waiting for life to confirm that it's okay to quit, that it's okay to be average, that it's okay to give up on yourself. That's what your laziness, your indecision, and your procrastination are saying. Every moment you delay is a moment you're giving up on yourself. You're not waiting for the universe to give you a green light. The truth is, you're waiting for the universe to give you an excuse to stop trying. But you're going to get none of that. The world doesn't care if you stop or keep going. It doesn't stop to wait for you to get your act together. If you don't act, you lose. Period. There's no middle ground. You don't get to half live your life and still expect success to come crawling to you. You've been lying to yourself for too long. And the only way to break free from this prison of lies is to stop pretending that the world owes you. The world owes you nothing. But what you can take from it, what you can earn, is something no one can ever give you. And that's the truth you've been avoiding. You've been believing the lie that you're not ready, or that it's not your time, or that you'll never be good enough. It's all a lie. And the longer you buy into it, the more time you waste. And the deeper you bury yourself in regret. So enough of the excuses. Enough of pretending you're waiting for something magical to happen. The only thing that's going to happen is that you'll either act or you'll fail. The choice is yours. But you can't keep hiding behind this lie anymore. You want the truth? Here it is, raw, unfiltered, and unrelenting. You've been avoiding it, running from it. But the time for running is over. No more hiding in the shadows of excuses, no more pretending that the world is against you. You've been living in a delusion, and I'm about to shatter it. The raw truth is this: you are your own worst enemy. You're not a victim. You're not some helpless soul waiting for life to hand you your desires on a silver platter. The world doesn't owe you success. It doesn't owe you respect. It doesn't owe you anything. You want the good life? You want the recognition, the achievements, the legacy? Then you need to understand one thing. You will have to fight for every single bit of it. No one is coming to save you. Not a single soul. It's all on you, and if you don't get that into your thick skull, then you're already lost. Stop blaming the world for where you are. Stop blaming other people. Stop blaming your circumstances. They don't matter. What matters is what you're doing right now. You've been stuck in a toxic loop of excuses and victimhood, thinking that because you didn't have this or didn't get that, your dreams are out of reach. You've been deluded into thinking you need some external force to validate your worth. Let me tell you something. The only validation you'll ever get is from yourself. You're holding that blade because you've let the world convince you that your pain is an excuse to stay weak. You've convinced yourself that you're entitled to a free pass, that because you've struggled, you deserve some sympathy. Well, I'm not here to give you sympathy. I'm here to show you what you're really capable of. And that starts with looking yourself in the mirror and accepting that every failure, every setback, every moment you felt sorry for yourself was your fault. You think you've been dealt a bad hand? Think again. Everyone has a story, everyone has obstacles, everyone has pain. But the difference between those who win and those who lose is that the winners don't let their pain define them. The winners don't let their hardships be the reason they quit. They use it as fuel. The winners burn with the desire to take what they want, no matter how much it hurts. They don't wait for someone to give it to them. They take it with blood, sweat, and tears. You have the same power inside of you. But you've been too busy making excuses to see it. You've been too busy playing the victim to even notice the strength that's been sitting there, waiting to explode. The reality is, you've been wasting your life. You've been wasting your potential, your time, your energy. You've been wasting the one thing that can never be replaced, your future. And every single day you waste, you chip away at the person you could have become. The truth is brutal, and it's going to hurt. You've been choosing comfort over growth. You've been choosing the easy path, the one that promises no risk, no failure, no challenge. But that path is a dead end. It's a slow death. You're not going to wake up one day with everything you want just handed to you. It doesn't work like that. No one is going to magically give you the success you desire. No one is going to build the life you want while you sit back and watch. You're not special. Your story isn't unique. You're not the only one who's been hurt, who's been betrayed, who's been knocked down. We've all been there. But the winners don't sit in their own misery and cry about it. The winners take the scars, the wounds, the pain, and turn it into a weapon. They use it to fuel their fire, to push harder, to grind until their bones break if they have to. And they don't care who sees it. They don't care who's watching. They don't care if they're alone on the battlefield. And right now, you're standing on the edge of a cliff, facing the brutal truth. You can either keep crawling through the mud using your pain as an excuse to stay down, or you can stand up, stare that pain in the face, and walk straight through it. No more hiding, no more excuses, no more tomorrow. This is the raw truth. You are the only thing standing between you and your dreams. It's not the world. It's not your past. It's not your circumstances. It's you. The sooner you accept that, the sooner you'll understand that you have everything you need to succeed right now. The only thing holding you back is your own fear, your own hesitation, your own unwillingness to do whatever it takes. You've been playing small, afraid to step into the arena, afraid to fight for what's yours, because you've convinced yourself that you're not ready, that you're not good enough. But here's the truth. You're not supposed to feel ready. You're not supposed to feel comfortable. You're supposed to step into the unknown, into the fight, and let your fear drive you forward. Fear is a weapon, and it's yours to wield. Use it. Let it push you. Let it force you to take action when everything inside of you is telling you to stop. Every time you hold back, every time you let fear win, you let your potential slip away. You let your dreams die in the quiet, empty corners of your mind. It's time to stop the madness. It's time to stop lying to yourself about why you're not where you want to be. The reason you're not there is because you haven't earned it, and the only way to earn it is by taking action, by stepping into the fire, by breaking through the fear, and by proving that you're willing to fight harder than anyone else for what's yours. So, here's the raw truth. The pain you're running from, it's nothing compared to the pain of regret. The pain of sitting on your deathbed knowing that you wasted your life on excuses, knowing that you had everything you needed to succeed, but you let it slip away. That's the pain you need to fear. That's the pain that will haunt you forever if you don't make a change right now. You're in control. You've always been in control. It's time to stop lying to yourself and start owning your fate. Take responsibility. Stand tall. The raw truth is that you are everything you've been waiting for. Listen closely. I'm not here to coddle you. I'm not here to make you feel better about your failures. If you're looking for a pat on the back, a there, then you're in the wrong place. This is the battlefield, and you need to understand the price of your weakness. Every time you hesitate, every time you give in to fear, every time you decide that today isn't the day you push forward, you are paying the price. But it's not a price you can see immediately. It's a slow, silent killer. It's the price of failure. The world is not going to wait for you to get your act together. The clock keeps ticking, and every second you waste, the gap between you and success grows wider. That's the cost. You think you've got time? Think again. Time is not your ally. You might feel comfortable now, coasting through life on autopilot, but let me tell you something. Comfort is the enemy. Every moment you choose comfort, you lose ground. Every moment you delay taking action, you dig yourself deeper into a hole. What do you think happens to a soldier who hesitates in battle? What do you think happens to a warrior who takes too long to strike? They die. They lose. And the same thing is happening to you right now, but on a much quieter, more insidious level. You're losing the battle of your life, and you don't even see it. You're losing to the small decisions, the ones that feel harmless. You're losing when you choose to stay in your comfort zone, when you decide that you'll just start tomorrow. Tomorrow? Let me tell you something about tomorrow. It's just another way for you to procrastinate, another excuse for you to justify your weakness. There is no tomorrow. There is only today. The only time that matters is the present, and right now you're wasting it. Every time you put off the hard things, every time you allow yourself to remain stagnant, you're pulling yourself further away from the life you want. And the longer you wait, the harder it gets to start. Do you know what happens when you procrastinate? When you let those little moments slip away, you wake up one day, and suddenly years have passed. Years you'll never get back. Years of missed opportunities, of things you could have done, of dreams you could have chased. You'll look back and regret not taking action when you had the chance, but by then it's too late. Time doesn't rewind. Time doesn't care about your excuses. And here's the thing. You can't blame anyone for it. You can't point the finger at your parents, your friends, or the world. You can't blame the government, your job, or your bank account. Because at the end of the day, it's you who's responsible. You're the one who's been sitting on the sidelines, watching everyone else get ahead while you stay stuck. You're the one who's allowed your dreams to fade into the background, lost in a haze of excuses and distractions. So, what happens when you keep letting weakness rule your life? What happens when you allow fear, doubt, and comfort to dictate your every move? You become irrelevant. You become invisible. You become just another face in the crowd, one of the many people who lived a mediocre life because they were too scared to take action, too weak to push themselves. You want to know what's worse than failure? It's living a life without purpose, a life of what-ifs and could-haves. A life where you never get to taste the thrill of success, never experience the power of achieving your goals, never get to live the life you were meant to live. This is the consequence of weakness. You become invisible. You blend in. You stop being the warrior you were born to be, and you start fading into the background like a ghost, unnoticed and irrelevant. The world doesn't need more people who fade into the shadows. The world needs warriors, people who take their lives into their own hands and refuse to be ignored. The world needs people who will step up, speak up, and fight for what they want. You think you're special? You think the universe is going to give you a special pass just because you've been through hard times? That's a lie. The universe doesn't care about your past. The universe doesn't care about how many times you've failed. The only thing the universe cares about is what you do right now. It doesn't matter what's happened to you before. It doesn't matter how many times you've been knocked down. What matters is whether or not you stand up. And right now, you're still lying on the ground, waiting for someone to come help you up. No one is coming. No one is going to throw you a lifeline. You're alone in this fight, and you have to decide, are you going to keep lying down or are you going to rise? Let me make something clear. You don't get to live an extraordinary life by doing ordinary things. You don't get to live a life of greatness by staying comfortable. If you want the success, the power, the freedom that you crave, then you have to be willing to sacrifice your comfort, to sacrifice the easy road, and to sacrifice the life that everyone else is living. That's what it takes to rise above the masses. That's what it takes to become the person you've always wanted to be. But if you continue down the path of weakness, if you keep making excuses, if you keep thinking that someday is going to be the day you start, then you'll never get there. You'll be left behind, watching as others rise to the top while you remain stuck in your own misery. You'll be left with nothing but regret. So here's the hard truth. The cost of weakness is everything. It's your dreams, your future, your happiness. It's your chance to live a life that matters. And if you don't want to pay that price, then you need to change. Today. Now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. Because the price of inaction is too high. The cost of staying weak is too great, and you cannot afford to waste any more time. There comes a time when you reach a breaking point, a time when everything you've been through, everything you've suffered, everything you've endured, finally breaks you. But here's the truth. It breaks you in two ways. You can either let it crush you, or you can use it to fuel your rise. You've been knocked down enough times. The question is, are you going to stay there or are you going to rise from the ashes? Make no mistake, this rise is not for the weak. This rise is not for those who are comfortable. who think the world owes them something. The world doesn't owe you anything. The rise is for warriors. It's for those who have been scarred, bruised, and broken and still stand tall, ready to crush every obstacle that dares to stand in their way. If you want to be a warrior, you have to become a warrior. You don't get to just call yourself one. You have to earn it. This is the moment, the turning point. The choice is right in front of you. Will you rise from the rubble of your weakness, your excuses, and your failures? Or will you allow the weight of your past to keep you shackled to the ground, forever stuck in the cycle of self-pity and regret? There is no middle ground. You either rise or you fall. And if you fall, it's a long way down. But if you rise, the world is yours for the taking. Look around. You think the successful people you envy were born with some special gift? You think they're any different from you? No. They've been through hell. They've had moments of doubt. They've had days when they wanted to give up. Just like you. But here's what separates them. They didn't quit. They didn't allow themselves to sink into the darkness of defeat. They found their strength, dug deep into their pain, and used it to fuel their ascent. This is your moment. The moment where you choose whether you're going to be a victim of your circumstances or whether you're going to become the hero of your own story. Your power, your strength, your success. It's all buried deep inside of you. But it's not going to magically appear. You have to dig it out. You have to take the knife that's been twisted in your back and you have to turn it. You have to take your pain, your regret, your anger, and you have to use it. You have to turn it into something beautiful. Every scar, every wound, every betrayal. It can either be a reason to stay down or it can be the reason you rise. What's it going to be? You were made for more than this. You were made to fight, to conquer, to break through the walls that others build around you. But first you have to break through the walls inside of you. The ones that have held you captive. The ones that tell you that you're not good enough, that you don't have what it takes, that the odds are too stacked against you. Those walls are lies. They were built to keep you small, but you can tear them down. You can shatter them with the force of your will. This is the moment you've been waiting for. This is the moment you stop looking to others for validation and start looking to yourself. You're the one who has the power to change your life. You're the one who can break free from the chains that have been holding you back. And no one, not your past, not your failures, not the voices in your head, has the right to stop you. This is war. This is survival. And only the strong make it out alive. You don't need to be the strongest. You just need to outlast the weak. The weak are the ones who give up. The weak are the ones who let fear decide their fate. The weak are the ones who let excuses dictate their future. But you're not weak. You've been through hell and you're still standing. You've got more strength in your little finger than most people have in their entire body. So, stand up and face the fight. You have a choice to make. You can either keep hiding from your potential, keep avoiding the hard work, keep running from the fight that's been waiting for you, or you can rise. You can step into your power. You can take the fight to the world, and you can win. But here's the catch. No one is going to hand it to you. No one is going to fight for you. You have to fight for yourself. There will be moments when you feel like giving up. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it. There will be days when you feel like you can't go on. But those are the moments that separate the warriors from the weak. Those are the moments that define you. When everything is telling you to quit, when the pain is unbearable, when the world is closing in, that's when you dig in deeper. You push through. You don't stop. You don't quit. Because every second you keep going is one more second that you're closer to the victory that others can't even imagine. You're not just fighting for success, you're fighting for your freedom, your future, your legacy. You're fighting to make your mark on this world. So stop wasting time. Stop holding yourself back. Stop letting your fears and doubts control you. You are the one who holds the power. You are the one who decides how your story ends. And I'm telling you right now, if you choose to rise, if you choose to fight, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Not a single thing. You've already been through the worst. Now it's time to get the best. Now it's time to claim your victory. Your rise starts right now. This is your call to arms. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more delays. Get up, stand tall, and make your move. You've reached the moment of truth. You've been through the trenches, battled your doubts, and now it's time to face the final call. Are you going to stand there waiting for someone to hand you success? Or are you going to take it with your own two hands? Because there is no one coming to save you. There's no cavalry riding in to pull you from the edge. This is your battle, your fight, your war to win. Here's the harsh reality. The world doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't care about your pain. It doesn't care that you've been knocked down or that you've been hurt. The world is cold, ruthless, and unforgiving. And if you want to survive it, you have to become just as cold, ruthless, and unforgiving. You have to stop waiting for permission to succeed and start claiming what is rightfully yours. Everything that's happened to you, every betrayal, every setback, every failure, that's your fuel. That's the fire that will burn within you, propelling you forward when everyone else has given up. Every time someone told you that you wouldn't make it, that you didn't have what it takes, every time you were told that your dreams were too big, too impossible, that's the evidence that you were right all along. You are stronger than they think. You are more capable than they gave you credit for. But the question is, what are you going to do with that power? Are you going to waste it? Are you going to hide from it? Bury it under the weight of your doubts and fears? Or are you going to unleash it? Are you going to make your move? It's time to act. It's time to stop waiting for the right moment, because the truth is there is no perfect moment. There's only the moment you create. There's only the move you make. And that move starts now. You've been holding on to that blade. The blade of revenge, the blade of your power, the blade of your victory. But it's not enough to just hold it. You have to use it. You have to slice through every barrier, every lie, every limitation that has held you back. You have to cut through the fear, the doubt, the insecurity, and carve a path to your future. You have the weapon. You have the strength. Now it's time to use it. Stop holding back. Stop waiting for permission. Stop telling yourself that you're not ready. You're ready. You've always been ready. Now is the time to stop being afraid of what's next and to embrace it with everything you have. This is your moment to step into the version of yourself that you've always known you could be. No more excuses. No more hesitation. No more fear. This is it. This is the moment that you will look back on when everything changes. This is the moment where you stop playing small and start playing to win. This is the moment where you draw a line in the sand and say, no more. No more weakness, no more doubt, no more playing the victim. I'm done. I'm taking control. I'm taking back what's mine. When the world tries to knock you down, you don't bend. You don't break. You rise. When they say you can't, you prove them wrong. When they try to stop you, you bulldoze through them. Because you're no longer a slave to their expectations, their limitations, or their judgment. You are the creator of your own destiny, and that destiny is filled with victory. But victory isn't handed to you. It's fought for. It's earned. And you earn it with every breath you take, with every step you make, with every decision you refuse to back down from. So what are you going to do now? This is your final command, your final decision. You can stay where you are, stuck in the cycle of regret and excuses, or you can make the choice to rise. So I'm asking you now, what's it going to be? Will you keep hiding behind your fear, your failures, your past? Or will you rise from the ashes, stronger than ever, and claim the power that's always been yours? The choice is yours, and there are no second chances. This is the war. This is the battle, and you are the warrior. Now move.